So, Asik sir, shall we start with the webinar?
Yeah. Good evening, everyone, and I welcome you all to this webinar. Thanks, Avatika, for giving me this opportunity to be interacting with everyone over there. And I hope that we can help these students over here. So please, let us start the webinar and let us start taking the doubts of. I hope I am audible and visible to everyone.
Yes, you are audible and visible to me. Others can definitely drop in the text if there is any issue with them.
Yes. So let us start. I mean, shall I've prepared a presentation, so I can just go ahead with that, and probably we can start with that PPT, and probably students can understand what we are about to go. Shall we do that?
Sure, sure.
So basically, I hope everyone can see my screen now. I guess so. Yes or no?
Yes, your screen is visible, sir.
My screen is visible. Okay. So basically, what we got to understand is how this counseling is going to happen and what are the steps involved here. So let me just quickly go through this. What is going to happen in the counseling? So basically, if you talk about the entire JoSAA, there will be around 110 institutes, including all the IITs and IITs and triple IITs and all those we call it centrally funded institute CFIs, and we have overall total number of seats which are 54,477. Now these number of seats they have increased this year by around 2,000 seats more they have added, and so the now the number of seats has become 54,477. This is latest information. This is latest from the website of JoSAA. I hope everyone knows the website also, right? Now if I split it into category wise, different categories, this is the split. In the open category we have somewhere around 21,000 seats, as you can see over here. Then PWD category. Now this is a very important category that I must tell all the students about. PWD category. And as you can see in this open PWD category, there are around 1,100 seats. In the general EWS, I hope you know, economically weakward section, there is again 280 seats. In the SC category, we have around 7,664 seats. In the SCPWD category, again, this is the important category that I keep on telling you, 412 seats. ST, we have around 4,280. In the PWD category, we have 212. In the OBC, non-creamy layer, PWD, we have around 689 seats. Now, why I'm insisting on this PWD category is because many a time, most of the time, this PWD category wala seats, they remain vacant, and when they remain vacant they are filled up in various ways. So that is important, and that is why you might have heard about preparatory courses. These are the seats that may go into the preparatory courses. Now we have got a female quota special especially for girl candidates. 2,971 seats are reserved in this quota. Remember, the total number of seats are 54,477. This includes all IITs, NITs, triple IITs, and everything that you have heard about. And this is just a pie chart that I want to show. And this is how seats are there. So if you have any doubts on this, you can ask if anyone has any doubt here, or else you can go ahead. Yes, I'll just log on with the other ID as well so that I can probably see what is happening. I'll just log on with the other ID. Yes,
So we
anyone?
don't have any question right now. I guess we have one question
Right.
from Jayant, which says जो मुझे मिल रहा है उसमें 93 number पे fill किया है. I'm not sure. The question is not really clear. So
Mm,
we'll just skip it for now. And if anyone has any questions, please drop it in the chat section.
right. So, I mean, if there are any questions, so this is basically the total number of seats and nothing else. They have increased from the last year, and that is why I thought that I would be bringing this up. Let me just log on from the other ID as well, so that I can have a look at what is happening in the webinar. Just give me a minute. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Yes. Okay. So now I can see everyone and have a better view. So this is all about the seats. Now I'm not sure whether Vatika, the students are aware of how the counseling goes. I guess they are not aware of this, right? Now every year. There is a procedure that JoSAA follows, and they give a tentative schedule of that procedure. And if I mean it's you can get that PDF from the JoSAA website. I have downloaded that PDF, which basically gives us when what is going to happen. So the choice filling is now open from 12th of September. They have opened choice filling for AAT for architecture exam. They are going to open the choice filling from 17th of September. So those are the tentative days, and JoSAA has declared those days on your on the website. You can go and check it over there. I have also downloaded um, PDF from their website. I can show it to you. Let us first go through this. How this counseling happens is what we are concerned about. So let us go through the main points. Now, this counseling procedure, it basically begins with the choice filling process, and from the mid of September, 17th of September, all the choices will be open, including the architecture one. Then JoSAA will be conducting the joint counseling for JEE Main as well as JEE Advanced. Now, candidates who have qualified for JEE Mains will be eligible for NITs, National Institute of Technologies, triple IITs, which are Indian Institutes of Information Technologies, and GFTIs, which are known as Government Funded Technical Institutes. The entire list of 110 institutes and their seat matrix is available on the JoSAA website. You can go out there and you can see how many seats are available for different branches. I've created a separate presentation for that. I mean, if required, we can see that one as well in coming times. Now, these are 110 institutes, out of which we have got IITs, ISRs as well. Those who have cleared JEE Advanced, they will be appearing for counseling for these IITs. So to get into IITs, ISRs, you have to clear JEE Advanced. We know this, right? There is nothing new about it, right? Okay. Now, what
So,
are the
Astik sir,
yeah?
just one thing. I hope within the slides we can take like two questions from the Q&A section, because I can see like the number of questions are increasing.
Okay, not a problem. Tell me.
So the first question is from Anushka. She's asking, sir, can you please also tell us about Architect 2? So, like, is it possible we can cover this?
I think for architecture, we can probably cover in the next time because we'll have to change the
Okay, perfect.
entire point of thing because the exam is separate. We have a paper two for that. So the procedure actually remains same. The procedure is same. The exam is different. I mean, you have to appear for paper two, and that is the only difference that I find. And counseling is through JoSAA only, so there is nothing different over there. What is the actual doubt? You just have to
Okay.
appear for
There
a
are
different exam, and that's it.
Okay, and there are a lot of questions regarding ki my rank is this, will I get a seat or not? How can we tackle these questions? I can see like most of these questions are this only.
Yeah, I can understand that. Basically, what rank are you? What is your rank? Whether it's in JEE Main or JEE Advanced? What is your domicile? Depending on your JEE Main rank, what matters is from which state you actually come from. So that decides whether you are going to get a seat in NIT, or for IIT you don't have to look for the domicile. So it all depends on a on variety of factors. Now to give you the exact IIT or exact rank exactly, it will not be possible because it depends on a lot of factors. So if you want, I mean, we can only guess depending on what your choice is, what you want. I can probably tell you whether you can get it or not just by looking at the rank and giving a prediction. I mean, if the rank is on the higher side, I mean, if the rank is good, as you can see, there are only 54,000 seats, right? Everyone sees that, right? So if your rank is 60,000, by logic, you should not get any seat, right? That's simple logic. Because the total number of seats are 54,477. So if your rank is 60,000, you should not get anything because you're out of it. But the thing is, depending on where you come from, depending on your domicile, there is a chance that you can get rank, a lower rank as well, and you can get an IIT. If you can tell me your domicile, you have to tell me a lot of information, and then only we can understand which branch are you targeting and which branch you can get. Here I'm telling you what is the actual procedure, how you need to fill up the choices. I think how many of you know how to fill up the choices? Getting a rank is getting a college maybe 5 steps ahead, because to get the college first you have to fill up the choices, right? So I was just telling you the way to fill up the form. So you don't want that, it's okay. So what questions you have, Vatika?
I guess we can first finish this presentation, and then we can come to the questions at the end of this webinar.
Yeah, I mean,
That would be a better way to
yeah,
go about it.
I can just go through the main points, and then I
Yes.
mean, it's all about guessing a rank, whether you can get a rank or not, you can get a branch or not. So that may not help much right now, unless until you understand how you are going to get it. What are the step by step procedures to get it? The first is obviously registration. You have to register yourself. Then you have the commencement of counseling and choice filling, and you know just to give you a practice of it, you will have 2 mock sessions. I hope most of the students know about them. You will have 2 mock sessions. So in the mock sessions, you will be getting an idea of what seats or what branch or what IIT or what NIT you can get. Now, once the mock seat allocation is done, then your choices are logged for the first round. Then, depending on how you have filled up the choices in your counseling, it depends on that, and it depending on a lot of factors: what your domicile, which state you are from, what are the number of seats of that state, and then you basically get a seat. Once you get a seat, you can log that seat. You can go for your document verification, and your seat is done. Else, you can move on to the next round. So that is how it happens. So that is all about it. There are 3 things that you might have to encounter in the counseling procedure. That is freeze, float, and slide. How many of you know about it? How many of you know about it? Only 4 participants out of 100. See, 7 participants. Okay, so you know what is there. If you know it, that's great. Freeze means you have frozen your seat and you are now going to take admission into that, right? Float means you have locked the seat right now, but you will look for a better option if it is available. Slide means again the same thing, but once you slide means you cannot change your college, you can only change your branch. So that is the 3 things that you have to understand. And I think I have a small example that I can show what is freeze, float, and slide. Right. This is freeze, float, and slide. So just understand this freeze, float, and slide. Freeze means that your seat is locked, nothing can happen now. Float means depending on your choice, you have filled one choice. If you have opted for float, that means your branch as well as your IIT or NIT can be upgraded. You can get a better one depending on your choice. Slide means your NIT is locked, your IIT is locked, you can get a better branch. So if I just tell you and with an example, a very simple example. For example, this is the choice someone has filled up. Okay, this is the choice someone has filled up. Number 1 choice is NIT-JEE Computer Science, then is NIT-JEE Electrical, then we have filled up something like this. And let us say in any round you have got this branch, NIT-JEE Chemical. Now, you have got 3 options: freeze, float, slide. Now, if you are okay, I've got an IIT-JEE chemical, I don't have to go anything, you can freeze it and you can submit your documents and an IIT-JEE chemical is logged, right? An IIT-JEE chemical is logged. Now here, if you have opted for, you got an IIT-JEE chemical, but you have opted for float because you want to go for a better branch and a better IIT. Now, by float, all the options which are on the top from 1 to 6, all the options are open. You can get any branch in NIT Trichy. You can also get any branch in any other NITs which are above your branch, which are above your choice filling. Right now, you have got the 7th number of your choice filling. All the branches and all the IITs from 1 to 6 are filled up, are open for you if you opt for float. But then there is a chance there that from NIT Trichy, you may get into NIT Warangal. Your NIT will change. From NIT Trichy, you might get into NIT Allahabad. Your NIT will be gone. From NIT Trichy, you might get into NIT Bhopal. So your NIT can also change depending on whether you have opted for float. If instead of float you have opted for slide here, that means now NIT Trichy cannot change. So this option goes away, this option goes away, this option goes away, this option goes away. Now the only two choices that are possible if someone leaves the branch, someone leaves that seat, is that you can get into NIT Trichy Electrical or you can get into NIT Trichy NIT Trichy Computer Science. So depending on what you want in life, these are the options that you will have to encounter. Freeze, float, slide. If you're happy with your NIT or IIT, either you can freeze it or a better option is always float. A better option is always slide. Your IIT is locked and you can upgrade your branch. If you go for float, there's a chance that your NIT or IIT can also change. So that is what I wanted to tell you in this counseling session. More on this, how you're going to fill it. So the order in which you fill up your branch is also important. If your order is wrong, you may get a good NIT and branch in the first or second round, but it may upgrade into NIT or a branch which is not of your liking. So you must be very, very careful about the choice of the colleges and the branch and the order in which you fill it up. That is what I wanted to let you know. That's from my side. That is what I wanted to discuss, that you should be knowing all these facts. Yes.
Great. Asif sir, there is one more question. Could you please tell us like what are the important documents that we need when we go for counseling?
Okay. As far as the documents is concerned, that was coming in the next slide, I guess. So
Okay.
seats allotted, verification. You have to verify. You have to verify document online as well. There was an option to verify documents online, and these are the list of documents that are required for the counseling. You have to have a provisional seat allotment letter which you will get once you freeze your choice. Then you need some passport size photograph, same as what you uploaded during JEE Advanced, so it cannot be a different one. We will have to sign an undertaking. The format is given there. Proof of acceptance of fee payment, you have to pay fee by e-challans in SBI branches through net banking. Also, you can do this. Then you need to have a valid photo identity card, JEE Advance admit card, date of birth, 12th mark sheet, medical certificate, category certificate. If you belong to any category, you need to have that category certificate. If you belong to PWD, you need to have that certificate. Then you need a passport if you are a foreign national, DS certificate if it is applicable, registration, come log choices that print out. You will have to show that this is my branch, I have logged it, and you'll have to show it, and then only you can. These are the list. I mean, this list is available once you go onto the counseling website, JoSAA. The list is available. I've taken it from there only, and I've put it here.
Great, great. There is one more question from Pooja. She's asking, lower branch in NIT or higher branch in any good college? What should I prefer?
Well, again it depends on which NIT you are getting this branch, which NIT you are calling higher, and which NIT you are calling lower. Remember, all NITs are not same. From what I understand is any NIT which is an older NIT, and I don't like that doesn't mean that new NITs are not good. An older NIT, whatever branch you get, older NIT, Trichy, Walangal, Allahabad, Rourkela, Roorkee is an IIT now. Whatever the old NITs are, you get any branch in those NITs, that is always good. This is my personal view. That doesn't mean that the new IITs are not good. They are also good, but the chances of you getting a placement is better when you are with a older NIT. The branch may not be so good. Again, if you get the lowest branch in an old NIT and you are getting the first or second branch in another NIT, which may be newer, you can opt for that. Again, it depends. Again, it also depends on where you are from and which NIT you are getting. A student from South will not go to an NIT in the Northeast probably. He might be getting electrical over there. So it depends on personal choices as well. Having asked myself my personal choice, I would probably go for a older NIT. And if the branch is very bad, which I have no interest on, very bad means I don't have any interest in that branch, then probably I look for another NIT with a better branch, which I like.
Great, great. So if there is any slide, maybe we can continue with that, or we can take few more questions.
Yeah, we
Whatever
can
is
take questions. See, those were the documents for IITs. These are the documents that you require for an IITs. Right?
okay.
There is a slight
Okay.
difference between them. In for IITs you require JEE Advanced wale photograph. For NIT you require JEE Main wale photograph. Then you need that seat, that allotment letter. The undertaking is there. Fee are same or different. This year I have not checked the fees. This is for the last year actually. Then you need the scorecard for JEE Main. Then you need JEE Main ka admit card, 10th mark sheet, 12th mark sheet, photo identity card, medical certificate, PWD certificate. All of these are same. The only thing is you need to have the JEE Main ka rank card and JEE Main ka scorecard for NEET and IITs, and for IITs you need the JEE Advanced wala ones. That is the difference between the documents that you will
You
require.
guys can actually take a screenshot if you want, but this video will also be uploaded on YouTube, so you can always refer to it later. And let's take one more question. So Tarun is asking, after the Josh counseling, do we have to go and report in our state verification for NITs and ITs?
Sorry.
So
Well,
Tarun is asking,
if yeah.
after the Josh counseling, do we have to go and report in our state verification for NITs and ITs? I am not.
No, I'm not. See, if you have frozen your seat, if you have decided that this is your seat, yes, you will have to go to the NIT that you have opted for with all the documents that are given there. Submit your documents, submit the fee, and you are done. You cannot take any further part in the counseling process. Once you have frozen your choice, you will take a printout of that and all those documents, report to the NIT or IIT. The date will be given to you. After every round of counseling, you will have 6 rounds of counseling. After every round of counseling, you will be given a date where you will have to report if you have frozen your choice. But all these documents you have to go and report. Once you report, your documents are submitted. That's it. No more counseling.
Okay. So Vani is asking, sir, how does the female supremacy seats get filled?
How does the female?
Super
Yeah.
supernumeraries, I am not
See?
sure.
Yeah, that's correct. Supernumerary
Seats
seats.
get filled.
Well, you are a female, you will get that seat. That's simple as that. Now remember, there are seats reserved in NIT, in IITs, in the All India quota, but there may not be seat available in each and every branch in each and every IIT. Similarly, for NITs, there might be seat reserved for female candidates, but not in every NIT, not in every branch. NITs, we have this 50% rule. 50% seats are reserved for home state, 50% seats are reserved for other states. So if you are from other state, you may not have that girl quota. In some NITs you have, in some NITs you don't have. You can have the entire information. If you can give me the name of the NIT, I can tell you whether there is a quota or not. That's it. So because for every NIT, for every IIT, for every branch, it is different. And for
Okay.
NIT, it also depends on whether you are from the home state or you are from the other state. So if you opt for that branch, see for example, for if you are a female candidate, you can get a branch from the open category. Now, if you don't want from open category, you're not getting a good branch, you can then go for the female category and see if you get a better branch or a better NIT. That's your choice. So you can take it. But again, they are not available in all NITs, not available in all branches, not available in all NITs, in all branches.
Great. And Vamshi is asking, sir, what is medical certificate?
But it's just a fitness certificate that you are fit, nothing else. In those time, it was whether you are COVID positive, negative, and all that. So you just need a medical certificate that this is your height, this is your weight, this is your length, and you are your medical. If you don't suffer from any disease, or if there is a disease, whatever is that disease, it's just a medical certificate. You can get it done by any local doctor that your family physician. He can give you that certificate. There's nothing very complicated about it.
Okay. Um, okay, somebody's again asking like how many seats are there in IIT. So
How many
if you
seats?
can just
54,477. I showed it to you, right?
yes, the person might have joined later. So
Yeah. So I mean, I'll have to go back to the slide. I don't know how to go back there. It's here. Yep. These are the number of seats category wise. Open category 21,532. Total number of female seats 2,971. This is this year's figure.
and Manisha is asking if no college allotted in first round, then will be will what will be the further process?
Well, if you're not allotted in the first round, you move on to the second round. Not allotted in the second round, third, then fourth, then fifth, then sixth. Not allotted in any of these. Hard luck. Then you probably have to go for the other counseling, CSAB. Then you can go for your state counseling for your state engineering colleges. The options are there. There will be 6 rounds for conducted by JoSAA. Then there will be 2 rounds conducted by CSAB. Then you can go on to the state counseling thing as well with your JEE Main ka report card.
Okay, so Akanksha is asking if I get my choice at number 10 and I want to float my choice, then should I have to do an online verification and submit the fee, or has to be done only if I freeze my choice?
Akansha beta, you only submit your documents and fee once you freeze your choice. Freezing means you are out of the counseling process now. You take no further part. You take no further part, that means you submit your documents. If you opt for float or slide, you are still in the counseling. So you don't have to pay any fee at that time. You only pay fee, only submit your documents once you freeze. Freeze means you are ready to join that particular branch in that particular IIT or NIT for that matter.
Great. Asik sir, if can you share like what are the common mistakes student does when it comes to counseling? So if there are few important points you can share with us, that would be great.
See, the most important point over here is that you fill your choices correctly, and to get a practice of what you can do is you can depending on your rank, depending on your domicile, you can go and have a look at the previous year opening and closing ranks. So that will give you a good idea of what branch or what NIT or IIT you can get. Now, depending on that and depending on your choice, you have to fill your. And I'm not talking about documentation here. I guess that documentation part is obviously your document must be in place, right? You cannot make a mistake in the documentation. I've showed you the list of the documents. The document must be there. The only mistake that the students make is they fill the wrong choices. Now, if you fill your last option as the first option, done, you will get it, and then there is no float, no fleet, no slide, only freeze. Are you getting my point? Don't put your last option as your first one, because In counseling, they will look at your first option. If your first option is not available, then second, then third, then fourth, then first, fifth, then sixth. If you fill any branch wrongly, even if you get a very good rank, you might end up with a very bad branch. Then again, you will have to wait for float or slide to happen. Now, for float or slide to happen, there must be branches available on the top. If there are no branches available on the top, it can't do anything about it. So you will have to fill your choices very, very carefully. And that is why I showed you that freeze, float, and slide. Right? You fill your dream branches at the top. Like, for example, if I would have been, I mean, in my time, there was no counseling like this in the year 1996. If that would have been my case, I would have filled the first branch as aerospace engineering and IIT Bombay. And if I get that, forget about anything else. I don't need anything else. So if so, you must be filling your choices like this. Any wrong choice, and you might end up with that choice, and you might not be able to change it. That is the problem. So that is the mistake that you should not do. Apart from that, students make mistake. They have put their name wrongly in the roll number and admit card and all this. Well, there is a process for that to be corrected. You'll have to find out that process, and everything can be corrected. It's not a problem. But the major thing that you have to understand is when you want to freeze, when you want to float. Sometimes it may happen that you want to slide, but you fill float and your NIT is gone. You get NIT Trichy or you get IIT Bombay, but mistakenly, instead of sliding, you put float. So your IIT Bombay is gone and probably you end up in IIT Mandi.
Okay.
So
So
that
there is
that is
one more
important.
question. Can like how many colleges they can fill in first round?
All colleges, all branch. 110 colleges, all branches you will fill, starting from the first to the last. And that is why it is important that you fill it correctly, because you'll have to fill in a lot of branches. Everything you'll have to fill it up. That is why your mock seat allocation is there. And to begin with, you will be very excited to fill the branches. But then when you fill up 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, then after that you will like, oh, what to fill now? Fill anything. Now, in that filling anything, you might make a mistake. Don't make a mistake there.
Okay.
Look
So
for
there
your
is
favorite branches, and then after that you can do whatever you feel like. Yes.
so there is one more question related to this float. Will we risk our seat if we slide or float? Is there a chance that the student will risk their seats?
Is it a chance that
The question is, will we risk our seat if we slide or float?
will we risk our seat? No. The seat that you have got, for example, let me take you back to this. Let me take you back here. Where was freeze flow slide? The example, it's here. Now, let me take you back to the example. Let us say you have logged in NIT Tirchi. NIT Tirchi chemical is logged for you. It is not going anywhere. NIT Tirchi chemical is logged. Once you get it in any of the counseling rounds, any of the rounds, round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, NIT Tirchi chemical is logged. Now, if you're happy with the branch, happy with the NIT, freeze it, go to NIT Tirchi, submit your documents, you are done. But if you want, then you can float or slide. You will get this option. Now, if you put float, all the options are clear. 6 to 1. You can get into any college in any branch. If you want to log the NIT, you go for slide. So once you go for slide, this option, this option, this option, and this option goes away. Only NIT Trichy is logged, the branch is not logged. And you will only get the upper branch, you cannot get the lower branch. That is how it works. So you have to be very careful when to float and when to slide. If you think that you have got your favorite NIT, don't float, slide. If you think that no, you want a better NIT, that's way up, you can float. But this branch, this NIT is locked for you. Unless and until you get a better branch, this is locked. This cannot go anywhere.
Okay. So there is one more question which I guess is interesting. They are asking like, does their 12th percentage affects their like NIT admission?
No, it's only a qualification marks beta. You just have to qualify the exam, 70, 60, 65%. It does not have any say in your counseling, any say in your result, does not matter at all.
Okay. Okay, so there is one student who wants to know, like they have given us two questions. They want your opinion, I guess. Mechanical in IIT BHU or triple E in NIT Warangla. I'm so sorry.
Warangal. Uh,
Warangal.
which question is this? Is there any scope? Which question? Sorry.
I actually saved this question because
Okay. Okay.
it was
So
related to.
can you just repeat the question? I am not seeing it here.
So the student was asking like which of the college and stream is better for him, mechanical in IIT BHU or triple E in NIT Warangal.
Well, both the branches are good, but both the colleges are very good. Both the branches are good. If you want to be a mechanical engineer, I'm a marine engineer. You'll have to keep your hands dirty. So electrical engineer may not be dirty, but again, if you're opting to go for an MBA, mechanical or electrical does not make any difference. If you want to make a life in engineering, it depends on whether you want to work hard in a factory throughout your life. That's mechanical for you. Electrical, you may be able to switch to an office job rather quickly. So that's
Okay.
how I will see it. Mechanical, you are always somewhere near a factory, and factories are not in the cities; they are outside of cities.
Okay. Pavan is asking like, sir, if we slide, should we again wait for counseling?
You will have to wait for counseling again. If you slide, that means you have not locked your choices. So you go into the next round. The only way your counseling ends is by freezing it. If you float, slide, do whatever, your counseling keeps on going unless and until you freeze it, or unless until last round is over.
Okay. There are a lot of questions about this is my rank and which college would I get. So, is there a better way to answer it? Like, can we have a range? Ki, okay, if this is what your
See,
rank falls in.
for again, I must tell you that if you are talking about NITs, the choices are too much. It all depends on your domicile. It depends on a lot of things. For IITs, again, uh, I can give you an idea of what branch you can get depending on your rank or your category. IITs is easier, NITs is a bit tough because everything depends on your domicile as well. And everything depends on what you want. See, there are 110 participating colleges. Every college has around 10 to 15. The older IITs had 20 or 25 branches. So you can understand how many branches and how many things are there. 2000, 3000 branches in all the IITs. It's very difficult to predict it, right? Unless until you have a choice. Sir, I want NIT this. Can I get this? My domicile is this. My rank is this. Then probably the set becomes smaller, and you will be able to get an answer quickly. Just saying, sir, this my rank is this. Which NIT I'll get? It depends on a lot of factors. If your rank is 55,000, you get nothing, right? 54,477 is the total number of seats, right? You get 55,000, then you get nothing. It's as simple as that. But depending on which category, which state, what is the domicile, lot of things matter on that, right? Like as I said, in the PWD category, if your rank is even 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, you can still get a branch because the seats will remain vacant. So it depends on a lot of things. So you have to give me all parameters, then only I can tell you what actual branch you can get, and you will get somewhere around that.
So Akansha wants to know like which IIT is better, IIT Hyderabad or IIT BHU. I
IIT
guess
BHU,
she's looking for your
IIT
opinion.
IIT BHU. See,
IIT BHU. Okay.
I am from the old school. When I gave my IIT, there were only five IITs. So for me, IITs are still only five: Bombay, Delhi, Kanpur, Kharagpur, Madras. For me, only five IITs are there. Even IIT Guwahati is not an IIT for me. So forget about IIT Hyderabad. Now IIT BHU. Why did I say? Because in my time it was NIT. It was NIT BHU, not NIT. It was IIT-BHU, Institute of Technology, Banaras Hindu University. That's an old college, and that is why I think in my books it will rank higher because the prospects are more. But having said that, IIT Hyderabad is in the hub in the what I said that a tech hub and the tech hub of country. So if you are in a branch, computer science and electrical and all those branch, probably you will have better prospects in IIT Hyderabad rather than IIT BHU. But my personal choice, IIT BHU would be a lot better any day, any branch there, unless until you get the topmost branch in IIT Hyderabad.
Okay. So Vaibhav has written a bit out of the box question. Will the 75% criteria will be applied to droppers in JEE 2023?
Not sure. We have not received any notification from JE regarding this. I am also waiting for the same notification. So once you get that notification, we will let you know. Right now, there is no notification. Everything else is just speculation. I can speculate a lot. I think they would keep that criteria because they have to keep it a continuous process. 2 years of everyone lives has gone, so I think they will keep it, but that's speculation. There has been no official notice as of now. We are only speculating.
So there is one question again from Jayant. I missed it. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
The questions keep popping.
I understand this. I've done a lot of counseling sessions, so I understand that the questions keep on popping here and there.
Okay, so a lot of questions are regarding rank only. And
Yes.
okay, so let's take one question. I hope a few of them will get an idea. I got 7,970 OBC rank. Can I get a seat in any IIT?
See, that is why I opened this category wala sheet. The total number of seats in OBC category is 13,163, but that also includes NITs, right? This is the total number of seats. With your seat with your rank, I think you have a good chance. I mean, I am guessing that this must be a JEE Advanced ka rank, not a JEE Main ka rank. If it's a JEE Main ka rank, then also you have a chance. If it's a JEE Advanced ka rank, you also have a chance to get any seat. I hope it's a JEE Advanced ka rank. It's a good rank in JEE Advanced.
Okay. Let's see few more questions. We still have 10-15 minutes.
Nah, sure. You can take the question on the counseling part if they want. I mean, but
Yes,
they have
yes,
to
that
tell me a
is.
lot of information if they want to get any answer out of me because I can't speculate. If I can't give, I can't give. That's it. So if they give me the correct information, I can probably tell them what's going to happen, what seat they
Okay.
can get.
I got okay. I got 1,351 rank in ST category in advance.
One
I hope
thousand.
this
See,
1,351 rank in ST category in advance.
okay. ST category.
Yes.
Okay. What is the chances he's asking, right?
Yeah, I guess yes.
For an IIT.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can get that information for him. ST category, I think he should be getting an IIT easily. I think so. I think preparatory chances are there. Chances are there. Female only category 1,000. Female. Chances are there, but you will get a branch which is industrial engineering or something like that. There's a chance is there, an outside chance is there. Yes.
So
Again,
basically, it's more like making a guess ki if you'll get your preferred college or not. Correct.
yes, it's more or less like looking at the previous year what has happened in the previous year. Somewhere around that mark, you should be able to get seats. See, I mean, it's for everyone to see. The total number of seats that you see here is 4,280 for ST category, right? So if your rank is 5,000, you should not get anything out of here, right? Now, depending on what's your rank in the open category. If your rank is 1,000 here in the ST category, I guess your rank would be somewhere around 80 or 90,000 in the open category. It's very hard to get a branch. Then you can probably get a branch in the JEE Main thing, because in JEE Main what happens is you have this home state quota and this outside it quota. So you have more seats to play around with. That is why there is a better chance that you can get. What I see over here is somewhere around 900 rank. You can be assured that you will get a IIT. For females, what I see is somewhere around 1200 rank also, they can get an IIT. Somewhere around 1200 rank. But for male, 1300, again, it's anyone's guess. I don't see it here. I don't see it here. In the IITs, I don't see.
Okay, okay. So I guess there are the only questions we are left with are rank. They want to predict their colleges. Okay, so one question I missed. There was a person who wanted to know, like, their, I guess their children is in ICSC board, and they wanted to know, like, what sort of preparation they should do. I know this is not related to this webinar, but I guess this information will definitely help the person.
See, mm, telling you very frankly, to clear JEE Main, it's a very simple task. You just have to do simple things correctly. Uh, but since it is somewhat different than your board exam, the pattern is different. You will need some expert guidance. Now, depending on where you are, you can obviously opt for the best possible institute over there. It could be a online institute, it could be an offline institute, it could be somewhere in the hybrid platform, depending on where you are situated. But yes, you will need some expert guidance, just because the pattern of the exam is such that unless and until you know what to study, when to study, how much to study, that is what that makes a hell lot of a difference. Whether it's JEE Main, JEE Advanced, NEET, or any competitive exam that we are talking about, it may be CLAT, it may be a commerce exam as well. Understanding the pattern and preparing according to that will matter depending on where you are and what options are available there. You should opt for specialized. You should opt for specialized coaching facilities.
Okay. So Jayant is asking, as everyone says, fill choices as you got year one. I followed that advice, and the branch I'm getting according to previous year cutoff is filled at 75 number. Will there be any issue?
No, Jayant, not an issue. You can see. You are right. I mean, you can fill your choices as AIR one. The first thing you might put is IIT Bombay Computer Science, IIT Madras Computer Science. You can fill it. You can fill it. Not a problem. You can always fill it. But remember, do not fill a wrong option at the top, because if you fill a wrong option at the top, you might land up in the top. Because the first round you will get the first possible, the highest most preference order you will get. If you are getting 75 number, option at 75 number, you have done exceptionally well, no doubt. There will not be any problem, and whatever problems you are going to face, you will understand them in the mock rounds. There are 2 mock rounds, just to make you understand what is going to happen. So whatever you get in the mock round, almost the same thing you will get in the main counseling round. The only thing is mock round only has the mock seat allotment only has 2 rounds. The actual counseling has 6.
Okay, so let's bring this session to an end, and let me post the poll, and all of you please give your views, like if you are satisfied with this webinar or not. Okay. Sir, if you can just give me the like the screening, sorry, what do we call it, host, if you can make me the host again, I'll
Oh yeah,
initiate
yeah.
the poll. Yes.
Yeah. You made me the host. Is that so?
Yes.
Just give me a time. How would I do this? Okay.
Do fill the poll, and we have other webinars as well, upcoming webinars. I will just share the link